welcome back to Star Wars Minute. It's the daily podcast where we analyze, scrutinize, and First Order officer side-eyes the Star Wars movies 1 minute at a time. I almost made it through that. I'm Pete the Retailer from PeteTheRetailer.com.
I'm Alex Robinson from AlexRobinson.fun.
I'm Asterios Kokkinos from the Loudest Podcast, and with me is my co-host, Sirancha.
Hello.
Welcome back, you two. Thanks for finishing out the week with us. This is minute 20, where should have figured out the fraction. What percentage of the movie are we through? It's not too big. But minute 20 of Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, starts with Snoke thinking that Kylo Ren would be the one to snuff it out, and it ends with Rey telling Luke that there's no light left in Kylo Ren. So I guess he was the one to snuff it out, right? The light? There's light. I feel like there's a candle metaphor going on here in this minute. I don't know.
Thinking of John Wick.
But, Snoke is being continually verbally abusive towards Kylo Ren, telling him that he's not Vader. He's no Vader. He's just a child in a mask. He's only a child in a mask.
And this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Because, look, I just saw Kylo Ren kill his dad, my favorite character, Han Solo, in the last movie. And it's like, you want to talk about a heel turn, like an irredeemable heel. Like, that's how you get your audience to hate you forever. Like, you kill Harrison Ford. But
right.
But it's like, this Rian Johnson guy is doing a good job of making me feel bad for Kylo Ren.
Oh, really? Because the bully got bullied at home, so that makes you feel bad for him.
It's effective. It's like this guy's getting yelled at by some weird bald creep. It's
I did kind of feel bad when he looked like he was gonna cry in the elevator right before he punched through the drywall.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren! Of course! Kyle's love punching through drywall.
Kylo Ren.
Yes! And in Star Wars 7 as well, there's a thing where Kylo Ren's like freaking out. Right, he's like using his lightsaber to like attack like a hallway. And then
Computer terminal, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like we cut to two Imperial officers like, ooh. I like this running theme. That the First Order is like the world's worst office. It's like you got like Canady constantly screaming like, fire at the base, charge the lasers. And then like this guy's yelling and this guy, it's just like, because my work is crazy too. You know, there's so much to do and people's kids are hopping in on Zoom calls and you never know what the client's going to want. So it's like, I can relate.
Do you think they gossip about him behind his back? Like they get in like, what happened to the elevator? Like, oh, you won't guess what this drama queen did today.
Right.
Yeah,
Plus,
it's got to be like a betting pool. Oh, how long is it going to take till he throws another tantrum? Oh, who had the elevator? You get to win 50 credits, you know.
They could also just blame stuff. Anytime anybody breaks anything, they'd be like, oh man, Kylo Ren was in here and he was so mad.
You smashed the coffee pot again.
Yeah.
Not me.
Speaking of elevators, I was doing another cross-platform research project. I was trying to figure out if there was an elevator in every Star War. And
well, we know there's an elevator in Star Wars 3 because that's where they have that little conversation where they're like, we're better than this.
My instinct is going to be to say yes. Just without thinking it through, I'm going to say yes.
Okay. No, just leap in without thinking.
Well, because I feel like I can already think of one in Star Wars. I can already think of one in Empire. I can already think of one in Jedi.
Okay.
I can already think of one in Revenge of the Sith.
For me, it's Attack of the Clones.
Right.
That's the one I'm trying to think.
That's the one.
To tell you?
Well, yeah, let's go. So in Star Wars, it's obviously where they go to the detention block when they're dressed as stormtroopers.
Yes.
Empire.
When they're escaping Cloud City, they're shooting out the stormtroopers and they go to an elevator. Do they actually have to be in the elevator for it to count?
I don't know. I need to pour a small amount of research on this.
Right. Technically, also, Luke goes up on that little when he's walking around the carbon freezing chamber. He
Oh, right. That's a little
gets
elevator.
lifted up on that thing. I don't know if that counts as an elevator or not.
Return of the Jedi has Luke and Vader showing up to the Emperor's throne room via elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Menace has,
That's the only one I didn't know off the top of my head.
I think, on the Neimoidian ship.
Oh, you're right.
There's a
Yes.
scene with an elevator.
Yes.
I could be wrong.
Because that movie, because it's like that's our introduction to our leads. It's like they're just like in an elevator.
What
Sure.
in Attack of the Clones, we definitely see them
Yeah.
first in the elevator.
Right.
I can't find anyway.
I thought it was the Phantom Menace where they were in the elevator on the Neimoidian ship. Phantom Menace, but I don't know.
I
Alex,
could be wrong. If
come
it was
on,
on a
what do you
Neimoidian
got?
ship, it was the Phantom Menace, but I can't think of the scene. Basically, here's what I did. I went to Wikipedia, looked at the entry for elevator,
Oh,
Nice.
smart.
and I went
They have
scrolled
one?
down to appearances,
Yeah.
and there are things listed for each movie, either for the actual movie on screen or the novelization or whatever, for every Star Wars so far, except for The Force Awakens. There's no listing for appearances of elevators in The Force Awakens.
Huh.
And I don't know. I don't know what to make out of that.
You know, The Force Awakens has a lot of ladders in it.
Hmm.
Because, like, it's got, like, Rey climbing the ladder to get in that little gun turret. And when they're planting those bombs in the
true.
shield generator, there's a lot of ladders there.
Ladders, not elevators. So I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye out next time we go back. And everybody, next time you watch a Star Wars, keep an eye out for an elevator and let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give us a call.
Hmm.
Here's something I also learned today while researching this minute. Snoke says, "You're no Vader. You're just a child in a mask."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, that's kind of like, he's obviously a full-grown adult. I said, I wonder how old is Adam Driver compared to how old Hayden Christensen was when he became Darth Vader. Anyone want to take any guesses as to what the age differential is between who's older, first of all, and what's the age difference?
I'm going to say they're the exact same age.
All right.
I'm going to say Adam Driver is 5 years older.
5 years older?
I'm going to say
PTR?
$1. $1.
$1. The correct answer is, without going over, it was Sirancha. Got it for, they're in fact 11 years difference.
There's
Wow.
Who's older? Who's 11 years older?
Yeah.
Adam Driver at the time was 34. Hayden Christensen was barely 23 years old when he became Darth Vader. In Revenge of
He
the
looks
Sith.
34.
Hayden Christensen is only 2 years older than Adam Driver. Their birthdays. Hayden Christensen born in 81. Adam Driver 83. Isn't that funny?
Wow.
Wow.
Seem like totally different eras, but
Right.
they're only 2 years age difference.
I hope when Hayden Christensen is in that new Obi-Wan movie, I hope he tears it up.
It would
Like,
be nice.
I'm pulling for, he's a real underdog for me.
The negative? You hope you just...
Yeah. Just rips up the script and goes, this is bad, do better.
This is my movie now.
And I hope Jake Lloyd's in it too. Like, and put Ahmed Best in it as a bounty hunter. Make this whole thing like a redemption arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone who was reviled now gets to do something cool.
Put the Ewoks in it and
Yeah.
fill it up with losers.
Well, so it also made me think, because I remember Hayden Christensen. I don't know if anyone remembers, but he got a lot of. We teased him a lot
You did
for
have
his
him on the
acting.
spot.
But it made me wonder if the situation had been reversed. If Adam Driver was only 23 years old and Hayden Christensen was 34 years old, would that have played it? Would that have, would Hayden Christensen have been more mature and been able to act it better and receive Ices? So who knows? We'll never know.
Well, don't we have... Aren't there examples of Adam Driver acting at that age? Or did he
Don't
just
know.
start... Was he a Marine during that...
Oh,
at that age or something like that?
I don't think he started doing like film and TV stuff until much like later.
Until The Force Awakens.
Well,
That's it.
before
He was-
that, but I don't think he was
Never.
like a
Nope,
kid
nothing.
actor where you saw him in
Adam
Yeah.
Driver. I'm gonna look
Uh-huh.
at for his first
Because he
credit.
was in Francis Ha. He was great
was
in
in
that
that?
movie. He
Was
was
that-
in Francis Ha. He was like one of the roommates. Remember when Francis Ha had to spend $1,100 to sleep on a couch in Brooklyn? He was one of those guys.
Let's see. Filmography. 2011 was his first film. J. Edgar.
So that was only
Clint-
6 years before this movie.
Yeah, wow. So that, and then goes straight into Francis Ha and Lincoln, and then
Wow.
Inside Llewyn Davis, like a couple of things in between, obviously, but like he didn't really, he didn't have far to climb. He just started out kind of like, oh yeah, your first movie is going to be directed by Clint Eastwood. Then you're going to do Noah Baumbach, Steven Spielberg, the Coen brothers, J.J. Abrams, Jim Jarmusch, Martin Scorsese. You're going to do all that in your first 5 years.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
So, Archer, are you watching The Mandalorian?
Right now?
No, I am not. Like right this second, no, not right now.
Well,
and not in
no. I was
general.
just because I know you guys are both big Porg fans, and I was curious if you also liked Baby Yoda as well.
Oh, I think we have very mixed opinions on Baby Yoda.
Your opinion on Baby Yoda has changed so many times. I have no idea what your take on the Baby Yoda is.
I don't like Baby Yoda because everybody likes Baby Yoda.
There was a moment in time. Okay, look. She's,
Oh, I liked when Baby Yoda got punched in the mouth.
that's
what
what.
I like.
Yes, she loved when Jason Sudeikis Stormtrooper hit Baby Yoda, and then she sent me like a YouTube video, and it was like Baby Yoda getting punched for 10 hours straight. I was like, I don't like this. I like that Baby Yoda. I love Baby Yoda. But there
So
was
once
a
you buy a
moment.
Baby Yoda toy and like put blood on it and stuff and intercut it every now and then, so it's like, psh, psh, and then you just see Baby Yoda's face
Getting
react.
more and more beat up, like
Yeah,
a
getting
Rocky.
more and more. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it's cute. I just don't think it's cute.
Look, all I'm saying is this. I remember one day you came up to me and you said, I've changed my mind on Baby Yoda. I love Baby Yoda now.
That sounds
Hmm.
like hearsay. I don't think that's
You
something I
said
would
it to me
say.
directly. And I was like,
in
what?
love
I
with
was.
Baby Yoda.
I
Now-
love Baby. I think the child is great. I love that little kid. It's like, look, I don't have a lot of time to watch The Mandalorian. Look, it's like I'll watch it eventually when I retire. There's all this stuff. I'll watch it when I retire. I'm sure it'll still be
Golden
great.
age of television. There's so much.
Yeah, I can't do. I
Peak
can't
TV.
do it. And now that there's,
Do we think,
Mm-hmm.
kind of famous, controversially, notoriously, Baby Yoda was eating a lot of creatures
Frogs.
and their eggs.
Mm-hmm.
What about Baby Yoda eating porgs or porgs' eggs? I don't think he could swallow a full porg.
He would absolutely try
He would
to
eat-
eat a porg or a
He could.
porglet, which is the smaller version of porgs, but I
Yeah.
don't think he could successfully because I think they could fly away from him too easily.
But what about
That's an
porg
issue.
eggs? Porg eggs, I think he could easily.
Oh yeah, he
Eat.
could. Those eggs are gone.
porglets are tiny too. They're like much smaller than porgs. They look like little chicken nuggets. No, they don't look like chicken nuggets. They look
Poor
like
choice of words.
fried shrimp.
Shrimp shumai.
Shrimp
They look
poppers?
like They look like po' boy orbs.
What do you think a po' boy is?
wait.
Po.
Po' boy orb, porg.
That's what they are.
There you go. Let's tighten that up a little bit, and they were hungry.
Isn't a po' boy? Doesn't it have like shrimp orbs in it? Am I thinking of something else?
It has
Shrimp
fried
orbs.
shrimp in it. I have no idea where you're getting orbs
Okay,
from.
here's what I'm thinking of. Hush puppies.
Hush
Oh,
puppies.
okay.
They're hush puppy sized
There we go.
porglets.
Okay.
They are disgusting. Look, Sriracha does not like
They're
them.
the only thing in the entire world that is ugly as a baby is birds. And
Yeah.
these porgs are no exception.
Yeah,
Huh.
baby birds look weird and gross.
I don't like that porgs can fly. That seems silly to me.
You will believe
Well-
a porg can fly.
I won't. You
Hey,
can't
here's
make
the-
me.
You
Here's the
will
thing.
believe a porg can fly.
We've seen a lot of auxiliary porg media. We saw both episodes of the cartoon. There's like 2 porg-centric episodes of the Star Wars cartoon that's on YouTube. What's the name of that cartoon?
Heroes of the Galaxy. I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's
it's got some name.
Forces of Destiny.
Yes, that's it.
Right.
Yeah. Forces of Destiny. We've read the porg book, which we have here. And then
memoir.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we have and then there's a commercial for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge that entirely stars a porg. I get the sense they only fly for short distances. They're more gliders.
Yeah, they can't. They're not very effective at flying.
How do they? Go ahead.
No, the thing about porgs is they're like penguins where they fly underwater. Like, porgs are canonically naturally strong swimmers.
That is weird to me. I can't imagine. Like, how would a porg swim?
Well, because they look like penguins. And penguins.
Puffin.
But penguins' bodies are longer, so they can like kind of gyrate. Porgs are little stubby nubbins.
Porgs are little stubby nubbins.
But also, how do they get? I can understand them jumping off the cliff, diving into the water, catching some fish, and then what? They have to walk back up those steps all the way up to the top of that mountain.
I never even thought.
Yeah,
of that.
I never.
That might
did
be the
think
other
of
elevator we don't see. Is the porg elevator that takes them.
It's
Luke
a full-size
Skywalker
elevator,
built
and the
one.
whole just bottom of it is a bunch of porgs with fish in their mouths, just standing there like.
They have to stand on each other's shoulders to press the button to
Yeah.
get it to come
That's
down.
today's porg fact: is they know how to use tools.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I do have some porg facts that you guys have not brought up yet. Would you like to hear them, or
Wow.
do you want to?
Yes.
Do you want to give some more facts before the last chance? For
My
porg
last
facts?
porg fact would be: do you guys know what a group of porgs is called?
That was one of the things I was going to say. Good work.
Oh,
So I know
A
the
I
answer.
have no idea.
A murder of porgs.
Wow.
I have to give
true? I
that one
don't
a
know
thumbs
that that's-
down.
No, that's on Wikipedia.
That's on Wikipedia?
Yeah.
A Murder of Porgs.
I don't like it.
That also sounds like it should be a novel, like Agatha Christie or something.
Murder of porgs.
It works for crows because
Space
crows
Agatha
are
Christie.
dark, evil birds, but porgs?
All birds are evil.
Yeah, I'd die by murder of porgs. That's fine. That's a good way to
right.
go.
Getting
It's got to be a better word for murder then.
Homicide
Well,
of porgs.
they do like to
Manslaughter of pugs.
they do like to make them kind of alliterative usually when they're making groupings of animals. So maybe it would have to be like a I don't know. Well, I'm trying to think of a
pack of porgs. A pack.
A pod of porgs.
pot of porg. Well, I want it to
Aw.
also be like poetic, like the a poem
How
of
about a puffin
porgs.
of porgs?
A puffin of porgs. I want it to be like
Pastry.
like a murder is very kind of evocative of
Yeah.
of a mood, and I want it to be
It should be something cutesy.
A cuddle
no
puddle of
opposite. I want
porgs.
it to be a little ominous.
A murder cuddle puddle of porgs.
Oh, did you say
A puddle
puddle?
of porgs.
Puddle of porgs. I like that.
Yeah.
Murder puddle. It's decided.
Any others?
I want to hear your fact. Wait, do you have another one? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just going to say I'm very excited to hear what facts you deemed worthy enough for the Star Wars podcast.
I'm very excited to hear
well,
these facts.
this is apparently we all know we first
Apparently
saw
of
porgs.
porgs.
Apparently, a portly of porgs. A potent portal of pugs. Porgs. We saw obviously porgs introduced in this film, but they were retconned into The Force Awakens because I guess in The Force Awakens you see birds flying around, and now officially that is listed as the first appearance of a porg.
Wait a
So-
second. Does that
What?
movie take place on Octo?
The
very
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 last
end.
scene does.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay, then that makes sense because I think I remember reading somewhere that said they cannot fly. They're not strong enough flyers to leave their native island of Octo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they sneak aboard ships, and that's why they're around the galaxy. Like they're not native to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but like so many smugglers and traders go
They're
there, and
invasive
that's why.
species, like rats.
Yeah. Well, it's like, why the hell do we have pigeons in New York? The specific kind of pigeon they have in New York is a rock pigeon.
Yeah, isn't that
Right.
funny? Fun fact:
The rock pigeon.
rock pigeons
In a s-
are so happy in New York City because in the wild they make their nests on rocky cliffs, and they're so dumb that they think the tops of buildings are rocky cliffs.
Idiots.
Idiot birds.
In the
Tiny
60s,
little
it was all folk pigeons, but then Dylan went electric, and then it's
And then we all went, boo, traitor!
yeah, exactly.
Traitor!
Here in Pasadena, we have wild parrots, which is because rumor has it that somebody screwed up and accidentally released their parrots, or there was a fire or something. But there's flocks of wild parrots that fly around noisily.
We have a
believe that
similar
in
thing.
Southern
There's
California.
one graveyard that just has mountains and mountains of monk parrots, which are Argentinian parrots. And the only reason why they're there is because some smuggler had a truckload of parrots and they all escaped. And then they just started reproducing.
They hang out in the graveyard? That's
Yeah, isn't that creepy?
That's creepy.
This
Yeah.
one Brooklyn graveyard, but apparently these monk parrots do a very good job of keeping away some species that is like bad for graveyards. So the crypt keeper was like,
Wait,
these monk parrots are frightfully good at keeping away pests.
Wow. I love it.
This job's strictly for the birds.
I don't have a good pun or a crypt keeper impersonation. So
Exactly. My last factoid said that, and this is also on Wikipedia. Apparently Ray was talking about Chewbacca and
Behind his
used the
back?
word Chewie, and the Porgs thought that she was describing Chewbacca as like chewy, like meat,
Like an adjective. Yeah, this is very interesting because that is from the Chewbacca and the Porgs book, and that implies that the Porgs can speak English.
Yeah, that seems very well. Yeah, can speak it, can understand it, and that book is canonical, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, it's part of the Disney.
So that's
Canon.
really strange to me that they, yeah.
I think, Luke has been there by himself for so long. What else are you going to do? He taught the birds English.
We think Wookiee's easy to learn. Porgs are the smartest things in the galaxy. They can
Right.
speak Wookiee and English.
Or they just don't have they understand everything. They just don't have a reason to. That's been reading the Oz books, and in the 8th or 9th Oz book at the end, they're like, wait a minute, how come all these animals can talk except for Toto? And they all look at Toto, and he's like, oh, and just like,
They
He's
choose
like, I just
not
don't want
one of the
to build
books?
Falcon.
yeah, like at the end, they're like, wait a minute, like how come all the animals can talk except for Toto? And they all like give Toto a hard time until he's like, all right, fine, I can talk, I just don't want to. Leave me alone, and he leaves.
That's such a modern gag, it seems like.
And it's like, like again, like 8 or 9 books into the series. So it's like that. I think the Porgs can, communicate. They can speak any language. Why would they want to? All they got to do is
just don't want
Porg
to.
stuff. They got to just fly around, go get a fish, take the elevator back up,
Yeah.
hang out.
Good
Well,
life.
that makes Chewbacca eating them much more macabre. 'Cause
Oh,
there's
yeah.
now sentient beings that speak English and have their own culture, and
Yeah, they have schools. Now all the books talk about Chewbacca. The Valentine's Day Massacre.
Wow.
One time, this delicious ape came and ate one of them.
In closing, Porgs are a representation of all that's good about the light side of the Force. They're just these cute little guys, and they fly around, and they don't want any trouble, and yeah, they'll get eaten by Chewbacca, but who doesn't? That guy's hungry. And it's like, they're just these cute little guys, and that's why I love them. And when the Porgs were in that trailer, everyone was like, this movie's gonna stink. Oh, I hate these Porgs. All this anti-pork talk. I'm telling you, these Porgs are great, man. They're great. And I hate it when people compare them to the Ewoks, which are bad.
It's apples and oranges. They're just chubby little birds. They're just there to be chubby little birds. They're not characters.
They're
All right,
just
they
there to
don't
be
take
cute.
down the Empire.
No!
Though they could, they choose not to.
They're not setting up log traps. They could, but they choose not to.
Right.
Their job is to be round, and they do their jobs very well.
When you said they first appeared, when you said they were in the trailer, I thought you meant their trailer like on the set. I thought you were going to give me some
Right.
juicy gossip about like how they wouldn't come out unless they had a better dressing room or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Adam Driver, hate that guy. All of them, they've universally decided just hate that guy. Can't stand him.
Yeah.
Oh, those
Well,
Porgs.
That's all I got for minute 20.
All right. Yeah, I think that's it for the week, unless you guys, anything else? Thank you so much for being with us all week. Do you want to kick in one more thing? You want to direct anybody someplace?
Yeah, if you want to check out our podcast, The Loudest Podcast, you could find it on all of your podcast apps, Spotify. It's on YouTube, too. And we both
YouTube,
have
too.
Twitter accounts. That's probably the easiest way to follow our goings-on. I am twitter.com/ is that how Twitter works?
Yeah.
I am at
Sure.
delete your account. And Asterios is at Asterios. That one's easier to remember.
Do you guys have a like an Amazon wish list of Porg stuff set up?
No, but I do know what I want, and right now it's way too expensive on eBay. The most recent piece of Porg merchandise, which you can only get at Downtown Disney and at the parks in Florida. It's not at every Disney store
Porgs
yet.
in Florida.
It's this thing called the Bigfoot Porg. And it's a porg with gigantic feet. And this sounds creepy now that I'm saying it out loud, but it's so cute to see. It's this big porg with these big peats, and there's also a Donald, like it's Bigfoot Donald and Bigfoot Porg. They're the new plushes, and it's like $29.99 at the parks. You go on eBay, they're marking this thing up to 50, 60 plus shipping.
Oh, same thing with the Williams and Sonoma Porg Pie Bird.
Tell me, what is this?
Okay, so when you bake a pie, you put something in the middle of it to release the steam. Otherwise, the pie can blow up. So they made one that's a porg, and he's got his little mouth open, and it shoots steam. I've never baked a pie in my life, but I want it so badly.
I looked at getting you that for your birthday one year, and it was like $50
I
for
know.
like a tiny piece of ceramic.
That's Williams and Sonoma for you.
That's it. So get you every time, Bill
Yeah.
Sonomes. I think you should set up a wish list so people will buy you all the expensive Porg things. And I think if you want us to buy cool things to be on the show, why not support us on Patreon? Because that helps us buy cool things. Or you notice in Asterios' if you're watching this on the video, the whole time behind Asterios is patreon.com/Asterios. Support The Loudest Podcast and all the other projects on patreon.com/Asterios. Also, go to patreon.com/SWM. That's Star Wars Minute. That's us. If you want to hear more episodes this weekend, why not go there? Because we will have one every day for your listening pleasure. And then we will, I guess, be back on Monday. Thanks for coming on, guys. We'll have a brand new guest, a brand new week of Star Wars Minute.
Star Wars Minute.